Bob Woodward has now broken all kinds of sales records. Fastest selling book, I think, in 93-year history of the publishing company. But there has been a slight glitch on the radar screen. Your mother,
in the force.
There was.
Right.
It was your mother was actually beating him in sales for a few hours.
For the better part of a day.
That's crazy.
My mother, what happened is, my mother's been writing these stories for years. And a couple of years ago, I started reading them on Facebook. And one of those stories reached 128 million people. Publishers obviously called and said, look, if your mom writes a story about raising the dirty jobs guy, it's a guaranteed bestseller. I said, Mom, you want to write a book? She says, what's it about? I told her. She said, I have 2 other sons. Doesn't seem right. I'm like, Mom, write the book. Write the book. She's like, well, let me noodle on it. She goes away. 6 months later, she comes back. She's written 14 terrific stories. I'm not in any of them. They're all about her mother, and they're delightful, but it's not what a publisher would want.
Right.
So I print the things. I print 10,000 copies. They sell out in a week and a half. Now the publishers come back. I make a deal with Simon & Schuster. My mom's book is going to hit the stands in November. That's the backstory. I announced this a couple of days ago over the weekend, and the Amazon site crashes. She went from number 2 million to number 25, and then they couldn't take any more orders. So the Barnes & Noble site was still working. And so everybody went there who wanted her book. And her book, which is fundamentally about hope, it's called About My Mother, beat a book called Fear. I'm not sure what it's about, but I'm pretty sure I can So I couldn't help myself, Glenn. I took a picture of it and I sent it to my mom, and then I called her on the way to church and I filmed our conversation in the car. I'm like, Mom, you're beating fear. Hope is beating fear on a Sunday afternoon, and I put that up on the Facebooks, and then off we go. Crazy world.